Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. This is Catania Alvin from London. Thank you to subscribers. Thank you to the commenters. Very interesting points. I haven't had a chance to reply for the last few days. There's been a lot on. This is Sir Bill Cash with his wonderful knowledge and common sense. I'm not so impressed with the interviewer, however. This is an interview in the Houses of Parliament.
What do you make of Theresa May going and asking for another delay to Brexit?
Well, first of all, she said, I think it's 110 times that she wasn't going to extend. That's the first point. The second thing is to get quite clear that motions in the House of Commons are not the same as acts of Parliament. And I've written to Donald Tusk advising him that there is very likely to be a legal challenge to the way in which the government is going about all this for a very simple reason. The government cannot exercise its powers to frustrate the intentions of Parliament.
And that's what is happening.
The intentions of Parliament were made absolutely clear, and that, by the way, applies to international treaties as well. And the reality is that the two acts of Parliament in particular are the Notification and Withdrawal Act and also the Withdrawal Act itself. The Withdrawal Act contains the repeal of the European Community Act 1972 from exit day. Now, the fact that the exit day may be extended doesn't make any difference to the main legislative intention and the main legislative effect, because the repeal of the 1972 Act, which applies to all the laws, etc., are all bundled together, and that goes in lockstep with the exit day itself.
But the Parliament has made its views clear, the House of Commons has made its view clear, it doesn't want no deal at all, and the Yvette Cooper bill passed saying to the Prime Minister, please go and ask for a delay.
Well, so what?
I love that. So what? You know, this is it. These reporters haven't got their heads round things.
Because actually it doesn't have any...
In the end, trying to get something through Parliament when the House of Commons doesn't agree is very difficult for a government.
It may look like it, but the reality is that a motion is not the same as something that has legal effect. That is the key issue. We've been through this several times over the last few months.
But it feels like you're going against the tide of opinion in the House of Commons.
She's stuck on opinion, and he's coming from a knowledge of what is lawful and what has standing.
So in the sense, yeah, but in the sense that how do you get bills through Parliament if you don't have backing in the House of Commons for it?
Well, the bottom line is that, for example, we're going to have the withdrawal and implementation bill to follow any withdrawal agreement if it gets through, which I don't think it will. But the reality is that all these pieces of legislation are what make acts of Parliament. That is the rule of law. The law of the land is quite clear. The law of the land is that we are leaving the European Union, and that is set out in what's called Section 1 of the Withdrawal Act. It couldn't be clearer.
The reality is that tonight...
No, she's saying the reality is that tonight, and she's going, she can't hear him. She can't grasp that there is something called the law of the land. It's a dangerous hoot, really.
It will be very much certain that we won't be leaving on Friday. Whatever you say, and I understand that you're saying that about the law as it stands, the reality is we didn't leave on the 29th of March, and we're not going to leave on Friday.
Well, Vicky, I understand what you're trying to say, but if I could say to you, they thought that about before the Gina Miller case, and then that changed everything. So for practical purposes, we're on similar kind of territory, and I'm not talking idly about a likely challenge in the courts. There are very, very distinguished and preeminent lawyers involved in the analysis that I sent to Donald Tusk. They're on notice that if they make this decision, and in particular if they impose conditions, because that would merely magnify the degree of unlawfulness. So there we are, and in addition to that, at a more practical note as well, this is very practical law, but I'm talking about the amount of money concerned. Every time they make an extension, for example, if they offer an extension or suggest a suggestion for 1 year, that is another £12 billion for the British taxpayer.
Good Lord, who's brought that up? £12 billion for the taxpayer, British taxpayer, every time they ask for an extension. I mean, really.
But you know what many will say to you, if you'd voted for Theresa May's deal, we would have left on the 29th of March, we would have left last week. Is a part of you worried that actually you might have blown the chances of Brexit happening at all?
Does this interviewer have any real idea what Theresa May's so-called deal, which actually is a treaty, and what it tied Britain into, even closer into Europe than the present situation. This woman, she doesn't know what she's talking about. So now on to the next. Now here I've got up, the brilliant Lord Lilley blows the lid off the Brexit debacle.
Do you think the Prime Minister is wasting her time with these cross-party talks?
Yes, she is. We know that there is a majority in the House of Commons for the Brady Amendment, which was passed in the Malthouse Compromise, which was effectively to seek an invisible border in Ireland, which solves the problem of the Irish Protocol.
That was the Brady Agreement for an invisible border.
That wasn't even put to Europe, shamefully. But we've just heard from Germany that the leader of the Christian Democrats, a lady known as AKK, who's going almost certainly to be the next Chancellor and the most powerful woman in Europe, has said that she doesn't think anyone would object if we said, let's spend a few days negotiating precisely that, an invisible border in Ireland. It could solve all the problems. What is clear is that the government is more concerned to trap us, and particularly the Chancellor, in a customs union than they are seeking a good deal for Britain.
So she's not acting with the people of Great Britain's interests at her heart. She's deceiving them, and many other people are doing the same in her coterie.
Has the backing of the majority in the House of Commons based on the Conservative Party and the DUP.
Would you have us leave without a deal on April the 12th?
Well, if we can't get the deal which appears to be potentially available, of course we should. That is what the law says. And all the ministers who've been responsible for preparing for leaving, if we have to leave without an agreement, have said we are ready to do so, and we can do so successfully. Europe have said that they are ready for us to leave without a withdrawal agreement. They've put in place lots of mini deals with us, that planes can fly, that Norris will get licenses and so on. The facilities are available at Calais and at Dover to ensure the free flow and fluid flow of traffic. So there's nothing serious to fear if we leave without a deal. I said by far that we have a free trade agreement and an invisible border in the island of Ireland. But if we don't have that by next Friday, we'll get it somewhat afterwards if we go ahead and leave as the law requires.
I interviewed the Governor of the Bank of England this week, and he says that people of that view, they should forget the fiction and that it was absolute nonsense that could be a solution.
Listen to what he has to say about Carney.
Solution.
Well, he disagrees with his predecessor, Lord Mervyn King.
His predecessor was Mervyn King,
who said the opposite, and I think Lord Mervyn King's record is rather better than that of Mr. Carney, who's been all over the place and who's been making projections that he's had to reverse and renege upon, and which nobody serious believes are true. Indeed, Paul Krugman, Nobel Prize winner, expert in trade, said that the Bank of England's forecasts about the implications of no deal were simply incredible.
So you think that we could come out on April the 12th and revert to WTO rules? Is that? I'm just trying to understand how you see this working and how you see this working in a way that is not disorderly.
Well, that's what we do. We already trade on WTO terms with America, our biggest market. We actually run a surplus in our trade with America, where we have a huge deficit in our trade with Europe, so we know we can be successful. Our trade with countries with whom we only trade on the basis of WTO rules has risen far faster than our trade with countries in Europe. So we know we can trade and grow our trade successfully outside. It's a complete myth, and it's been demonised, this idea that something dangerous about trade.
Exactly. There's been demonisation by the BBC, by the newspapers, by various people in Parliament, like Yvette Cooper. Many people have been damning it. Have a wonderful day, everyone. God bless. This is Catania Alvin signing out. Bye-bye.